Welcome back to the channel, folks. My name is Joel Duggan, and this is the Citadel. We're looking down at Westhill, the 2.5-year-old medieval build that we've been working on. And we're still working on the keep, which is right dead in the center there. And we're in the basement, and I'm just trying to decide what we're going to move on with today. We were messing around in the courtyard yesterday, or not yesterday, I guess it was the day before. So 2 days ago, last time we streamed Minecraft. Yesterday was Lego and Satisfactory. And I think I've been pretty happy with the way things are going. I do want to address, I think, maybe the small house here in the courtyard, or, you know, guard house, guard barracks, whatever that might be. And I also want to look at this structure here. I think I may also want to see what this hall might look like if we had stone on the roof to kind of break it up. I like how interesting the main hall looks, but I'm not super happy with how the other roofs look, so I want to try and fix that if I can. So probably some roof work today would be my guess. Scotsman UK, thanks ever so much for the subscription, followed quickly by SweetSandi has resubbed. 3 months for Scotsman, that unlocks the Water Keystone badge, and SweetSandi is at 29 months. Holy smokes. Thanks ever so much, folks. So all of our material is up here. Yeah, that feels kind of boring. I feel like that needs to have something more interesting happening. We may want to change it to put it on an angle. That could be cool. You're on your own for Sleepwise for the first hour. I have 3 streams open. Cosmic is pulling the super mod duties. So thanks for the heads up on the sleep. So we were raising these towers. I think that has been successful. I noticed there was still some scaffolding outside. We added this door, which I think looks pretty good. Has like the potential for it to be latched with even mechanisms in the back. The courtyard does need some stuff around it, you know, barrels and crates and things like that. So we'll have to get to that at some point. You know, some things piled up in here would be good. I mean, a wagon here would probably make a lot of sense. I don't know about this window. Like, I feel like it probably should stay, but I don't know if it's too big. Maybe it needs to be 2 small windows instead of 1 big one. And we have to do a little bit of work in here as well. Obviously, this is not finished. But one thing I did notice is that we made some adjustments to this wall here. And I think it's okay. It feels like it's a little bit lopsided, but it's one of those things where you're just not going to be able to actually put things evenly because of the way that it's distributed. But I know that when we adjusted this wall to be nice and wide, we also changed the outside here. Yeah, and I didn't finish this change. So little things like that, I don't want to make sure I don't miss. I was debating putting the same kind of crown top on this part here, but I think for now we'll leave it. And obviously I'm not doing any final texturing until we're ready and all the structural things have changed to the point where we're happy. I think this was all done. I don't remember why that's low. I'd say that probably has to get fixed there. So little things that I think I was working from the top down and I might have missed. I like having stairs that go all over the place now. It's nice. So it only goes down in the inside here. Oh, right. We were working on a staircase going down that way, weren't we? And I wanted to see what that might look like. First, though, scaffolding must go. It's going to be super helpful. Scattered everywhere. that's everything. So how's everyone's Saturday going so far? It is raining cats and dogs today, and very happy for it. Very happy for it. For those that have not been keeping up on the news, folks in my Discord probably know, but there's been some, well, continues to be. I don't imagine they're out yet, but or under control. There are 3 or 4 large forest fires. I mean, I'm talking like thousands of hectares of forest that have been burning in Nova Scotia. And so it started raining yesterday, maybe 2-4 millimeters, but today it's calling for like 15 to 25. So like it's been raining solid, not like pouring, but it's just been raining consistently all day. So that's good. Hopefully that will work out for the first responders and other folks. Actually, you know what? I need to dump some of this stuff. Let's just clean the inventory here so I can reorganize. Actually, those we might leave here. We might need those. Cool. That gives you some room. EladJenkins, good to see you. Not Damien, welcome back. Oop, this is getting close to full. Where do I keep the extra coarse dirt is the question. I feel like the dirt is usually full. Yeah. Another shulker box, it looks like. At least it's already brown. Matter of fact, let's take those, put them down here, and I'll put these back up here. Makes more sense. Never been happier to hear that it's raining. Yeah, exactly, right? You know, and I mean, I've said this before, but there's something really cozy about when my stream days, especially like a big Saturday stream day, when it is raining outside, I feel like I'm not missing much. It's tough in the summertime because, well, one, it gets very warm in my studio, and my air conditioner is currently broken. I have to get that repaired next week. But also, like, just, you know, you're looking outside, and I mean, the 80s kid in me is just like, you should go outside and play, or at least be outside reading or doing something in the nice weather, because we have such a short summer here in Canada that you're just, you know, being inside and playing video games, even though it is my job, you know, to entertain and hang out with you all and stream and create content. It's just, you know, you look outside with nice weather and you're just like, I really shouldn't be in here. All right. So one thing that I wanted to look at on this side, we've got a few things here. This kind of crown to the top of the towers, we've made the wall consistently smooth. However, I'm wondering if this might look good along here to have the same sort of treatment. It may not work with the windows, so we'll try a little bit. We need to adjust this tower anyway, and I think I'm going to change the tower to be bone block. I think stone is a little bit too boring. I think we'll keep the stone base, but we'll change this to bone. And actually, it might not even just be bone. It might be like bone and spruce, or bone and dark oak. We've done a lot of dark oak around, so we might try that too. So we'll get some supplies. Can I fit in here? Sweet. Need those for roof stuff. We'll get bone block. We'll get stripped and maybe some more. I need more spruce. To go cut some. I should check downstairs actually. I probably don't have to cut some. Slabs and stairs. And then I'll need stairs, maybe slabs, but definitely andesite slabs. I don't know if I'll need bricks, but we'll take some anyway. Go check. I'm sure I've got spruce in the massive storage down here. I've been thinking a lot about this area too. As we get closer to finishing this, this was originally supposed to be a distillery. You can see by the kind of sketch idea for some giant vats for like making honey mead or something. This was always supposed to be temporary. It's quite full in some places, but I could make this entire place a nice basement. And now that we've got this area too, it can be much larger and much more interesting. So, I mean, we could make it a dungeon. There's a bunch of different things that could happen down here. But a dungeon distillery, which, by the way, I should probably trademark as like probably one of the best ideas for a microbrew pub. Right? Come on down to the dungeon. Jail and some skellies down there. That would be funny. That would be funny. I was looking to do a drop off. This way, actually. Lighting in here is going to be very tricky. So here is the tower as it stands right now. I think this would look good. It was bone block. And sort of see where I wanted to extend this idea. So I guess we'll try this crown idea thing first. Try like maybe half. The cool thing is it does give like an opportunity to have like a little walkway here, which could be kind of cool. If we could make that functional. It could actually mean we could have a door here too. This would probably end up being like this. So that could work as like a door to the outside, which could be fun. I like little Easter eggs like that. As long as it looks good from the outside. The dungeon distillery concept is such a fun idea. Come down to the dungeon. I mean, it must exist. There's no way I just came up with that and just it's not a thing already. Especially with the resurgence of Dungeons & Dragons, like there has to be a microbrew pub called the Dungeon or somebody's Dungeon or like insert adjective here, dungeon, that's a brew pub where people can go and play D&D and drink beer. Like that has to be a thing. Like there's no way I came up with that just now. It's just no way. I don't mind that. That's interesting. I wasn't expecting to like that, but that could actually look quite cool. Quick Google says there's one in Canada. That makes sense. We have the most microbrew per capita, I think, in the world. Certainly in North America. Nova Scotia, actually, I believe, has the most microbrews in the country per population. Are they just called the Dungeon Distilleries, or do they actually have names, the ones that you're finding on Google? But I mean, like, you could do all kinds of stuff and still have Dungeon Distillery in the name. Like, you could call it the Red Dungeon, the Black Dungeon, you know. Literally one called Dungeons Distillery, yeah. Limited, that makes sense. Battle Mage Brewing Company? Nice, EladJenkins. That's cool. I think I like that. I wasn't sure how it was going to look with the decorations on the windows. We might want to go fancy with it and use more of the polished andesite stairs. Those do look really good as a window topper. I don't think they lose much. If anything, like I said, I want to see what these might look like as andesite stairs. I think that adds to it. I was worried it was going to look like too much, but that's great. I'm quite happy with that. Also, I do this all the time. Keep thinking this would be much less of a problem if I had a pressure plate. Now I don't have to worry about closing it behind me. Are people starting to know their way around the keep now that I've been running around for days on end inside? So in here, we've decided to use the polished andesite slab. I'm wondering if I can get away with using the polished andesite slab on the other side, as like the top side as well. You're always lost? Really? I guess maybe because I've built it, it just feels pretty natural. this may or may not work. Good news is we can just do the rest. Because I know I'm doing at least the current version. So we'll do half with the regular andesite, as we've been doing it everywhere else, and the other half with the polished. Oh, I guess I should have tried the polished on the other side there too. Have all three different combinations. I'll just try these two. Makes me wonder, hey, Scotsman, you ever get lost in your caldera city? Yeah, maybe. One thing that would be really lovely to have some of these builds, gargoyles and grotesques. What are grotesques? Are they like gargoyles, but something different? Ooh, I don't think I like the double... I don't think I like the double andesite. I think I prefer andesite and then the stone stair. And I don't know about the andesite, polished andesite topper. I think I have to remove the stone stairs underneath, like, or the andesite stairs underneath to really get a good vibe on that. So we're definitely not keeping the polished stairs under the overhang, but we'll change. Well, it's still not tall enough. Wow. Yeah, we'll change these out. Creeper 902, thanks very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome in. Grotesques are gargoyles that are not there for water drainage. The purpose of gargoyles is water drainage? Is that the whole idea behind the gargoyles with the open mouth, is that they're supposed to be water spouts? Is that why they exist? WDo, hello, welcome in. I'm on the fence on this one. Obviously, I've messed up a stair there. Do we like the polished andesite or the regular andesite? Gargoyle is basically a decorated water spout to allow drainage. No kidding. I didn't know that. I thought they were meant to be like intimidating and like ward off evil spirits and stuff. Or come alive at night, just like in the Gargoyles cartoon. Polished looks fancier, says Cosmic. Yeah, it does. I wonder if it goes with the cobblestone roof, though. I guess I could try a full run of andesite, polished andesite, and then do polished andesite here to see if that looks good too. Need some more food before we do anything. Gargoyles was such a great cartoon. Scotsman, you would probably enjoy it. It might be a little dated, but I think it's pretty good. I remember thinking it was really well animated at the time, but I remember going back and watching it when I was in animation school, and as the production and that show moved through the seasons, it really was, there was some pretty crappy animation in there. The concept, though. And at the time, I don't talk about this much, but at the time that came out, I was either just, I don't remember whether I had started my serious training, but Goliath was a huge character in the show, kind of like a Superman physique, like huge chest, great big arms, like really big, strong, muscular leader of the gargoyles, and voiced by Keith David, I think. And I had either just started or would be starting training, like weightlifting, shortly thereafter. So I really felt, I really identified with a lot of heroes that were like big and muscular. I don't bring it up much, but when I was young, like in my late teens into my mid 20s, I was a competitive bodybuilder. So I still work out a lot, but I don't compete. I just do it for fun. And I'm in nowhere near the same shape I was when I was in my 20s. But as a result, that kind of like gym mentality, I really liked Gargoyles just because of how physical they were. It was a very physical cartoon. So if we do this, we could probably break this away. As a path to come in here, right? Oh, that's interesting. I guess this would end up being a solid. I like that there's a walkway here now. I think this is an outside block, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So we can only do the odd little bit of texture here and there. We won't be able to do like full texture. Keith David was Goliath. I thought so. The only thing I don't like about this, and once you see it, you can't unsee it, it looks like fingernails. It's okay on these ones. I like it on these low ones. And maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll keep it here and we'll keep it on the keep, but we'll change it on the other parts. Sound weird, but that walkway feels like it needs a half slab either at the end to force the rainwater to drain away sideways. Otherwise, it would end up going down into the tower itself. What do you mean? That walkway doesn't narrow it down. You mean something up here? Walkway I've just added to the roof. Well, there's nowhere for us to make a drain, so probably not going to happen. Let's try just these ones. And then we'll switch these ones back. Yeah, we were in desperate need of rain in real life here too, Meadow. We got it today though. See, that I think looks okay. So maybe we'll do these like on the hall structure, but the towers and the walls will remain the same as the other towers of the walls, and then that kind of helps us diversify the block palette a little bit. Not the block palette, the block finish, I guess. On low walls, I really like that pressure plate look too. Helps draw attention to the finish of the hall as well. Yeah, cool. I think so too. So I could go either way as far as this trim goes, but I just need to figure out how we're going to connect to the edge here. This is probably going to be a combination of stairs and slabs. So that has to be a solid on the backside. Or maybe this could be that drain that you're talking about. Although that feels very flimsy, right? Hmm. Yeah, I don't like that strange connection there. Like it's not solid enough. That's probably how we're going to have to roll, unless I do a full block and then a stair here. Actually, that could look good too. Say that's probably how we have to do it. That could be cool. We'll see how that looks when I go back down. While I'm up here, I'll change another couple of things. Try to continue this around the tower. Here I think we'll switch back to the andesite though. I guess this would stay the same. I'll have to work on that. Like the idea of a little door going through there. I don't think I finished the underside of that yet. All right, so if that's going to be bone, is it going to be bone all the way up? We can probably get away with stone here. In the form of stone bricks. So you'll only get like a little half stone brick on the outside. So, oh, that's tricky. Maybe we should put the door here. Oh, time to sleep. Oops. So I think I'm going to remove this part. Because out front, we've used a low bit here. So this would technically look like that, I think. I think that's right. And again, that door, this door might not work out. We may not be able to do this. That's if I want to keep the door here. Having 3 doors on this is going to be tough with these stairs, though. It's the only thing. We could start the stairs there. Well, no, wait a minute. We can't because we have to get over the doors. So as much as I like this door, it might not be able to stay. I wonder if we have to adjust the roof. This is probably open to the inside, though. Yeah. Well, we could fudge it a little bit. I don't think I want to go full bone block. I'd like to have some sort of wood trim. Maybe slabs in the corner is a bad idea. We might need to use that space for some decoration. What other style of bone block builds have I done? These ones look cool, but... Oh, I could use fences. That could work out okay. A lot of the time I like having the logs, but you don't have a very large build. Yeah, those I think are going to have to be higher, or maybe they'll stay lower. I could just keep this the same level. Rather than raising it up, I could keep it lower. That might be the better way to do it. Rather than trying to imagine this thing with bone block, let's just do it. At least on one side. Hey Dan, how's it going? Right, that's a pretty hard transition there. I think we're going to need some wood. So we'll probably lower this, like I said. See what this looks like just normally. Put down, I guess that would go like that, and then around here we would drop this down. Is that right? No, that's not right at all. Then we'll use that and that there. Out of stairs. Someday it'll all fall straight down. When I find the data pack that gives us magnetic scaffolding. Bone block is still one of my favorite sounds in the game, I agree. I want to do more with amethyst. I think amethyst could be fun to mess with in my sci-fi build ideas. Having sound that sounds kind of ethereal in the sci-fi build would be very cool. When I make a data pack, yeah. What was the other data pack that I wanted to make? There was scaffolding. I mean, I think it was one of them was like a scaffolding and the scaffolding reach. And there was something else I wanted to do too. Don't remember. So that would give us a full range there. And so here is where we might want to go with some sort of wood. This is all hidden, so this will change the vibe in here a little bit too. Oh, that's not hidden. Or it might be once we support the underside of it. Well, it's hidden enough. This may not look good, actually. We may have to switch back. We'll see. I didn't bring any signs with me, but we could probably get away with some stuff like this. Harder in the corners, obviously. But I still feel like it might need more of a stone base. Well, the wood helps. The wood separation helps. What I need to do now is get the support going underneath it. Why does this go in circles? Whoops. Do I have a spare door just kicking around somewhere? Good enough. Scaffolding is lovely, such a lovely green color. No, that's moss. That was the thing I wanted to consider as well. Like, I really would love to use the new bamboo blocks, but they don't really go with very much. I might have to change the texture, which it drives me nuts when the textures are so close to being good. You know, like they're 80% there. I've talked about this on the Spawn Chunks before, where you're like, why did you make it so like greeny yellow when it could have been beige and gone with all of the other beige blocks that work in the game? That it could have gone well with terracotta. Like, there are all kinds of things that bamboo wood in 1.20 could look like, and they went with something that makes it hard to match with everything. And I don't understand the logic behind that. I know that there's some, you know, degree of like, well, we wanted to make it look like bamboo in real life. That's fine, but this is a video game, you know, like, just, could we make it useful for everybody? Oops.